Hello and welcome. I'm Candy Michael from Powell, Ohio, and today I'm going to be showing you some really fun little boxes. Actually, I'll bring them out and show them to you first, and then I'm going to show you how I made each one of them. So I started with a cute little Halloween box, and then I'm going to show you a cute Thanksgiving box. And then I have a Happy Hanukkah box, which I really wanted to share. And I also wanted to share a cute little Be Merry box. So for Christmas, Hanukkah, Thanksgiving, and Halloween. So let me get started in showing you how we're going to make these today. Hi, Lori. Thanks for stopping in. So I'm going to go in order of the holidays as they'll be coming to us. And that will be starting with our Halloween. So I have the template here that I want to show you guys what I did. I do have a website, candystampers.com, and you can stop in there and see some past lives, and also on my YouTube channel, Candy Michael. And if you look under Candy Michael Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you'll find me there for sure, if you don't find it by my name. So let me show you first how I cut the whole box. And this was from one that I had gotten years ago at a convention. It was a little 3D project. And I loved it so much, I saved it in my little bin of fun projects. And I thought, what a perfect time to share this with you guys. You can use them as gifts, like your Thanksgiving one could be great during the Thanksgiving holiday, even the Hanukkah or Christmas. And you can also use them for craft fairs for any of you demonstrators out there that are watching. And just little fun gifts for coworkers as well. Hi, Michelle. Hey, Dina. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so this is the template that we would be starting with. You want to cut your cardstock at 4.5 inches by 8 inches. And when it is in this orientation, so 4 inches to the top, you want to score it at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 3.5, and 4 inches. And then you are going to spin it. And then you're going to score it at 2, 2.5, 5, and 5.5 inches. So now you have your template. I do want to point out that when you do get this far, you are going to notice that this area up here is larger. So this is the top right up here. And this will be your bottom. So this is your smaller piece. And I'm only saying that for when you're cutting it. This is the top, this is the bottom. Later it'll flip around and I'll show you what I mean. So once you get this pattern, the 4.5 by 8 inches, and get all those score lines, then what you're going to have is a box that's starting to look more like this. Okay, so what we need to do now is to cut this part off. So it's kind of nice having all those score lines because they make it easier for you for having your cut lines. So you're going to take it and you're going to just cut that off. I thought I had, oh, I do. I'm like, I thought I had one scored for you. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here, or how I'm going to cut it off. Of course, you can just use scissors, whichever is easiest for you. It is nice using our, here, let me pull this up a little bit, using our, I'm going to pull it way up here, using our cutter, our little trimmer, because it also comes with the scoring tool. So you can do all your scoring and your cutting right on this tool. I also have one of our larger scoreboarding tools, the scoreboard tool that we sell. I have that as well, and I do tend to use that when I'm doing a lot of projects. Either one works, so you can choose whichever one is better for you. Okay, so I've already done all the scoring. So on this one, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. So again, you want to note that this box is larger than this box. And so this is the top, meaning when I cut it off, that's going to be the top Later, I'm going to flip it around and it'll actually be the bottom of the box. But just so you're understanding. So you can start it right here, which is at the 2.5-inch mark. And then you're just going to cut it straight down that score line, slide it over, and line it right up to that little groove there. And then you can either start at that 2.5 line or be daring and go all the way up to the 2.5-inch line. So now these pieces are going to be cut off. You can use your cutter or just simply use your scissors, which I'm going to make it easy and just use my scissors. So this is what it looks like. Hello, Nancy. Hi, Karen. Thank you. You guys, I'm so excited you're all here. Okay, so this is of course just my template so that you guys can see the score lines and how it all looks. And when I do all the boxes, for instance, my crumb cake one, it's a little harder to see the score line. So I did this for a total visual for you to be able to see what it is I'm doing. So let me lower this back down. And now I can work with this. Okay. So now that I have this, I'm going to go ahead and just fold it up so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So this is now going to be, I told you before when you're cutting it, I kept that larger part to the top. But once you fold it over, this is actually going to become, the bottom part of your box. So I would simply fold this over. I would put my terrible tape, which I love because it is terrible. You can pull it off and you can tear it. So you guys that know me, hear me say that all the time because I'm just so funny. And if it's too long when you do that, all you have to do is literally take your little pick a tool, pull that off. Oh, I don't know what kind of paper got in there. And then just fold it over. So you don't have to cut that. There's no reason to waste it. You may as well just use it. So sometimes I cut it, or I tear it, I should say, too short. Sometimes, hey, look at that. Spot on. So then just use your pick a tool. Oh my gosh, you guys, it makes it so much easier getting that paper off. So you do want to have all your score lines folded. And then as I start working on the other boxes, you're going to see just how easy it all comes together. But I wanted you to have that visual and so you could see how my fingers will stick to the entire box. So then this would just go inside right there at the very edge. And then this one will also come in to the very edge. And then I found it easiest to use my bone folder to just kind of go in there and press it down. So you'll see me doing that. And then this is the smaller piece that I was telling you about. That actually becomes your front flap. So at the beginning, I was working with the box very upside down, but that was just for my cutting purposes. Now this will be your area that you would design. Okay, so let's move on. I'm going to bring back our little Halloween one. And I played with it a couple of different ways. So I may change the stamping up just a little bit. This is a super cute bundle that we have. And this one is called Frightfully Cute. It is a stamp set and a die set that you can get as a bundle. So you'll get the 10% off. It is on page 52 of our holiday catalog. So I'm not going to open it, but this is the mini, it's called the mini catalog, July to December. I always refer to it as the holiday catalog because it has a lot of our holiday stamps and dies in it. But anyway, so these dies are awesome because you can use them for so many different projects, even just the dies. But they're adorable, of course, and it has my name in here. Which way to the candy. So why do you think I had to use that particular stamp? I'll let you guess. Okay, so I have this already scored. Thought I had cut, I know I cut some of these, but it'll give you an idea again. So I always want to make sure that my bigger square here, if you want to call it a square, is at the top because I only want to come up to that one score line. And, you know, I suggest you make a template because I can't tell you how many times I kept going back to it to just make sure that I was cutting this part correctly, which it will go all the way up to that last little score line. So this paper that I'm using, or cardstock, is our Highland Heather. And that is also the ink that I used on here. The designer paper is called the Cute Halloween, and that is also in our holiday or mini catalog. That is adorable. It is 6x6. I did not bring all the paper over here because I have so many little projects. I just wouldn't have room for all my fun little pieces here. But you can look that up. It's in our the mini, and it's cute. Now these pieces I do throw away. I know I can be a scrap hoarder, but on that I definitely don't need them. So a lot of people ask me once it's scored, which side do you fold? So the score was down this side. I normally turn it over and put that part inside. And I'll tell you, sometimes when I'm doing cards, if I don't do that, that side tends to be bumpy, or even sometimes the paper tends to, I don't know, just give it a funky look. Okay, so I know what I wanted to tell you. One tip, but I can go ahead and put this on. But one tip that I found when I was making these was to do work on the front first before I actually glue this part down, because let me put this under here, because otherwise it's not super flat. So if I have this built like this, and now I'm trying to glue all this down, you can either put your candy in it, which, by the way, it holds 2 of these yummy, delicious Ghirardelli squares. But you can put these in if you forget, because you're just so excited and you just made the cutest box ever. And then you'll have a hard surface to glue on. So I had to do that earlier, and I may or may not have eaten a couple of the squares because I just had to make sure that they were good, even though I just bought them at the store. So that's just the tip. If you glue it all together and you're thinking, man, I should have done that first, just put the candy in there and then it'll be a harder surface to work on. But I'm going to do it the way that I should do it, which will be to work on the front first. No, let's not. Let's just put the candy in there and I'll be happier that way. See, you have to think all these things through when you're doing this stuff, right? Okay, let me get this in here. Get rid of all my papers. Thank goodness I have a trash can right here, or my floor would be a mess because I don't have that much room. Well, I do. I have a 6-foot table, but I've kind of spread out everywhere, so... That is our driveway alarm that goes off when somebody pulls in the driveway. So you might hear that every now and then. Or if somebody goes down to check the mail, or anybody that walks by that little alarm, it'll go off. Okay, so I'm going to glue these together. And make sure you press this down. Otherwise your box will be kind of wonky. We don't want a wonky box. We want a Halloween box. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of get that tape stuck on there. Now I have the front, and because I want a flat surface, I am going to just go ahead and put the candy right inside. All right, that may work, it may not. We'll see. So I need to, how's that? Glue all my pieces together. So my little cheat sheet is right in front of me. Whew. So my designer series paper piece is cut at 2 1/4 inches long. So you want to make sure when you're cutting whatever your design is by 1 3/4 inches tall. So you can put it on here without any backing. But of course, once I added the little black piece on here, I thought, oh, that just brought it all together. So I made this piece just 1/8 larger, which is 2 3/8 by 1 7/8. And thank goodness I remembered my glue. Let me see if I'm in the camera here. Whoopsie. So we just want to glue that on. I'm so excited for these boxes. It's hard coming up with ideas, and so often when we come up with ideas, then of course we have to design everything, so that always takes time. Hello. So I'm going to glue this down. I don't know why I put this on. Hello, Simone from Orlando, Florida. What's your weather like out there? Is it hot? Hot, hot, hot? Is it rainy? I'm always curious. A lot of people down in Florida. Okay, let's glue this on. And again, I know I told you you could work on this harder surface like this, but it was kind of an awkward. So maybe on the next box, we will definitely put it all down flat first. Hello, Mary Ellen from Montana. Very cool. Is it cool there now? The temperatures? I had thought about going to Montana, Bozeman, Montana. I saw that Southwest flies there, and I thought, that looks like a fun place to go. But I'm not going to Bozeman. Okay, so here is the front. Now, let's see. Next time I'm working on it flat, it will be easier. So I die cut out the little tag, and you guys, this little tag is in this die set. So it's adorable. So I already die cut it out, and it has a little stitch edging on it, which is super cute. On this one, I did the ink in the Highland Heather, but I think I'm going to stamp this one in black and just change it up a little bit. Why not? So I'm using our Memento Tuxedo Black, my go-to black ink pad. We do also have the StazOn, but I will tell you that with your photopolymers, you don't want to use the StazOn because the solvents in it just aren't good for it. Okay, so I want to get it as far over as I can. And this says, which way to the candy? I actually kind of smashed that. So the letters look a little thicker, but it all works. All right. This one, I'm going to just glue it down flat. And like I said, oh no, I smudged it. I am going to just change it up just a tiny bit, but I still think it's super cute. So here we have that. Just gonna glue it down. It'll lay flat. And just like that. Just like so. Next, I die cut out this darling little tree that again is in this die set. I won't keep pulling it out, but it's really cute. Now, this is going to be a little bit bigger than longer than this piece here, so you can see what I mean. It's going to hang over, so you want to make sure you don't put glue on that, and just on the places that it's not going to hang over, because we don't want it to be too sticky. I was looking for my Highland Heather hat. Ooh, there's some H's. Make a little not a rhyme, but tongue twister. Okay, so put this on here. Now, I could have added the moon and then put the tree on. Oh, maybe it'll fit. Okay, let's do it, because I can just do whatever, right? So I'm going to glue this. Where are my dimensionals? Right stuck to my elbow. I did that the other day. I had a couple of them peeled off, and I had it sitting literally on the dimensional pack, and I stuck my whole arm and picked it up, and I had everything stuck to my arm. So that was fun, peeling those off. Let's just add the moon. We're going to just add a couple different things here. Why not? So we'll put this on here. It'll still be adorable. And then I have my, oops, it's not dry. So I spun my tree. Oh, this is shaping up nicely. I did die cut out a Highland. Oh my goodness. I have these nails. I just got my nails dipped. Aren't they pretty? But because it's like so thick, I can't pick anything up. Okay, so I'm going to add this cute little purpley Highland heather hat on here. And that's going to end up hiding my little smudge, so I'm happy. But the last thing I want to show you is this darling little owl. You can see what the owl looks like. I struggled when I wanted this to be the closure. So I wanted it to be down here, but you see his little eyes? I didn't really want it looking like that. So I cut out this funky, it was an old punch shape that I had, and I just kind of cut it down a little bit smaller. And this is going to glue onto the back of his eyes. So this is a good little tip. And then that'll come down, and now his eyes just look like they're white, so you don't have to worry about where it's going to hit on that strip. So just ever so carefully, I will polka dot the back of him here and put on a happy face for our little owl. And then you can kind of press that around. And now we have his eyes. And by the way, I am using the Tombow Mono Liquid Glue, the multi-liquid glue. Love this glue because you can still move things around. Okay, then I'm going to put a dimensional, oops, right here. And that's going to go under the belly of the owl. So I want to close my box and kind of push it together there. And I'm going to... oops, it's coming apart here. Take that little sticky thing off. So I'm going to just simply butt this up to where I want it. Right about there. Now that gives me the chance to put my little owl and put his little belly right on top. And now that is the closure for our box. See? Cute. Okay. So we have that together. Now I'm going to add my little hat, and I can pop that up. So I did change it just a smidge. We'll have both of them here in 1 second. Now I can use my mini dimensionals. These are awesome. So they'll fit on some of the smaller places that you might need. And the larger ones are great for the larger areas, like the belly of your owl. Either one will work. Oh my goodness. Come on, nails. There we go. And now with this one, I can just simply put it right around the wording of the hat. I cannot believe how it just seemed like it worked out so perfectly for me. Yay! That's done. So let's add the candy back in and call this one finished. So what do you think? Give me a thumbs up or tell me what you think about it. I think it's so cute. Oh, good. Valina, I'm so excited for you. That sounds awesome. She says that she was looking for something like this. So these candies, like I said, are so perfect. All right, I better move on or we'll be here all night. So I'm going to move these aside and go on with a grateful heart for our Thanksgiving table. So with this one, I used the crumb cake as a base. And again, I have, this was one that I made before and I made the wrong score mark on it. But you know what? I think I can use it. I'm going to say yes. We'll try it. If not, I'll just show you that one. And you guys, I'm sure, can figure out how to put these together, but I was so excited about them that I thought I would do this. So let me make sure this is all going to work. Dunt, dunt, boot, boot. Yes, it'll work. It'll just have that extra score line in there, but don't mind the score line in there. Okay, again, I'm going to fold all of these so that I make sure that everything already has been... it's already scored, but I just want to pre-fold it. So let's put our box together. I'm going to put the tape on, but I'm not going to peel it yet. Like I said before, oops, that one's way too long. I can tell that. And normally I would tell you just leave it. But because I don't want to get this tape all over, I am cutting it off. All right, let's work on the front. But I will tell you that when I was doing this before, and I'll show you later, I had put the paper on upside down. Just noticed it earlier right before I went live, and I said, oopsie. But we want to make sure that our flap is in the right direction. So this is going to be the side that we're working on, just so that we don't put everything on upside down. So I am using the Gorgeous Leaves, and for Thanksgiving, the Gorgeous Leaves and the Intricate Leaves dies. And this is called the Gorgeous Leaves Bundle. It's on page 47 of the mini. And I'm also using for the words. So you'll notice, you guys, in this stamp set, there are no words. But that's great because we have so many awesome word stamps that are in many of our other stamp sets. So I'm sure you can find something in there. But I found that in the banner year, I could use either Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Fall, y'all, but I chose to use with a grateful heart. So that's where these words came from banner year. And I'll be using this again for my snowman card. But I just wanted to point that out. So for this one, I have the Beauty of Earth DSP, and this is the piece that I've cut from it, and the bumblebee is the background. Where is my box? Oh, right under my arm. I knew I just had it. Okay, so this is what I've cut out, and I will glue these two together. Again, the DSP is scored or is cut at 2 1/4 by 1 3/4. And the bumblebee is 2 3/8 by 1 7/8. So let's put that on and we'll create our little front here. The fun thing is you can come up with, like, maybe you want to do Thanksgiving, but you don't necessarily want them all exactly the same. Well, change it up. We can all change it up and make it so many different fun little projects. Okay. So then this will just get glued onto my front. You like how I put that glue on there? Willy-nilly. That's how I put it on. Willy-nilly. There. Perfect. Okay, so here are the pieces that I've already stamped. I've used Old Olive and Cajun Craze for my leaves, which they're kind of hiding under here. And I've already die cut them out. Here they are. And, oops, I have sticky fingers. Oh my goodness, I really do. And then I cut out a little branch because this is also in the leaves set. So I thought, oh, that'll be a nice little accent to my card. And we like to have an accent for our card. So why not? So that's the accent that I chose. So with a quick little cut, we can put this on and it will go on first. And then later on you can, oh, I did have it sticking out over the top. You can cut some of that off if you need to. But we're going to just put a teeny bit of glue. So if I press really, really lightly, let me wipe this off because it's all messy. But if you press very lightly, very gently, you will get a little bit, of glue. And then let it go back. So you can do some little dots. You do not want to overuse this glue or you'll have a lot of smushy ink. I'm sorry, smushy glue. Okay, so I didn't put it down too far. I do want it to hang over the top a little bit. That's not going to hurt anything. Ooh, should have moved it over more. That's all right. We're just going to leave it. So then again, a little more of our just ever so lightly glue. Come on, glue. It doesn't, oh, there it is. It was being very shy. This glue is camera shy, so sometimes it doesn't want to come out. All right, so we have that. Put that down. And then what I did here was I glued my leaf flat. And I wanted to do that on purpose because I wanted to put that cute little banner across the top. Come on, this bottle is almost empty. And of course, you know what? I just opened a brand new one because I took it with me this past weekend. I was out in Pennsylvania. And can I find it? It's packed in my box that I took with all of my good stuff, like all of my fun little pieces to work on. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the banner last. So this part's done. Let's go ahead and put this one together. So again, you guys, this makes your life so much easier if you use your pick a tool, your little pokey tool side. Pull this out. And now we can put this side together. And super cute. Okay, and then this side. Oops. You want to be careful to get it all the way down in the corner, or it does make your box not really close perfectly, but it would have been okay. There we go. So again, I'm going to take my bone folder and just press it in here. Hello, Mary. There's a couple of Marys. Oh my goodness, 3 Marys. Well, hello, Mary, Mary, and Mary. And if there's another Mary, hello to you too. I just happened to stand up and look at my phone. Okay, so now here we have our front, and then we're going to add our little extra leaf here. This again is going to be our closure. You guys may come up with some other really fun ideas for the closure. I have pretty much this is what I did for most of them, but you could probably even use some kind of a ribbon that would come around. So the sky is the limit. So down here again, I want to position my dimensional so that it doesn't close my box. And then if I put this like so, there's my box closure. Ta-da! Isn't that cool? And then you could glue that little stem down or even cut it shorter, but that works out really nicely. So now I'm going to do my little banner. So I've already stamped it because I was trying to have as much done. You guys know how much I can talk. I didn't want to over talk, but I did use the Early Espresso ink. And this is one of our, it's a photopolymer stamp set, the banner year is. So I did use, again, the banner year, and it says with a grateful heart. And I've already stamped it on my little piece. This was, oh, what size was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5/8 tall. And then I just cut it on, I just cut a piece off and stamped it to make it already be done. Now I'm going to put a little banner on this side. So give yourself enough room over here. That might be a little too much room. When you're cutting a banner, the best tip I ever learned was go up the middle and then side or corner to corner, right into that middle piece. And you get a great banner, although I should have left it a little longer, but that's okay. So I used my bone folder and just kind of went like this and then went back over it like that. So you get kind of a whoosh on your banner. So we'll call this banner a whooshy banner because I don't really know if there's a name for it other than it's somewhat semi-curled. But you know, we all have our own language, so I may as well just say whatever. So on this, I can use my little mini dimensionals. I think a big one would work as well, but I don't really need a big one. I just need a little something to tack it on. And we'll put this over here. I'll put my little work pile. And then on this, I want it on the hill part of it. I'm going to call it the, well, it's actually the valley. So it's going to lay like this. So I have it here and here because these two pieces will hit the bottom. There. And, oops, I want it to be a little more of a swooshy. There. Isn't that cute? And then you can always kind of fluff up your banner. Isn't that nice? Now, if you wanted, you could even add another leaf over here if you wanted. I didn't, but you certainly can. And then what we need is some more yummy, delicious candy to put in our box. So there's box number 2. Yay. And then we're going to move on to box number 3. And you definitely want to tuck these in because I didn't. So they are going to give me a bad time. So I'm going to do that. You could even tape them if you really had to. But I think going like that will be best. And then it really is nice. It just tucks right in there. So here's our fall, y'all. So now we have Halloween, we have Thanksgiving. Now I'm going to show you this darling Hanukkah box. And what do I have in here? Oh, I have one that was it was an old one. It was a peppermint bark one, but I had that from my sample. So I'm going to be using some dark chocolate squares, and that's what's going to go in here. So this was my sample. You'll see I actually have a score line in the wrong place. So I'm going to show you how to do this and how to do it correctly. I already have it scored, and I'm hoping I don't have those dies in front of me, but I'll find the name and I'll let you know. So I have my cardstock. This is Balmy Blue, and I'm using Snowflake Wishes, which is right here. Told you I have a lot on this table. Okay, so I'm using Snowflake Wishes, and hopefully that reflection isn't on there. Hi, Maki. Oh, thanks, Kathleen. Nice to see you here. Snowflake Wishes. Love this set. You guys, it has so many cute fonts. And there is a Happy Hanukkah in here. And so this is what I found to be able to use for my tag. This also has some dies called So Many Snowflake dies. And flakes, yes. Lots of snowflakes. So I used... Where are you? Right here. I used for the vellum, or with the vellum, I used this size snowflake. So it has these cute little edges on it. It's really perfect for this. And so that's what I use, Snowflake Wishes. That is on page 90 of our annual catalog. So again, everything is scored. I have my bigger piece to the top. I've already pre-cut all of this so that you can see exactly. It goes up to that top score line. And so when it's all cut out, when your little box piece is all cut out, it looks like a T. So let's put this aside. This designer paper is from Whimsy and Wonderful. So it has a really pretty side on the other side, and it has these gorgeous blue trees and some stars. It was perfect for what I wanted. I cut this out. And on this one, on my first sample, I did not put any paper on the back of it. But for our project today, I'm going to be using some white cardstock on there. I thought that would be very perfect for this card. And it makes the paper pop out a little bit more off of the box. So again, I'm using Balmy Blue. And I know the box is going to fold like this. This is going to come around. This is going to come around, which I will do. And then we know this part will be the front. So let's work on the front while it's flat. And then I'll go back and do all of my tear tape. So I have this box and my little snowman box left to show you. So hang in there. As soon as my glue comes down here, I'll be putting this together. So what do you guys think? Do you love it? Share this with your friends. Tell everybody, because these are some really fun. And all you need is a score tool and a cutter. It's really all you need. Well, I didn't do that very well, but it's on there now. It's not coming off. So I'm not going to even mess with it, but it's a little crooked. Sometimes that drives me crazy. Come on, glue. I usually put it in a little jar thing so that it's upside down and it comes to the top. Now it's going to give me a bad time. Come on, glue. Oh my goodness. All right, let's hope that worked. And then I can get, yes, there's my glue. Come on. See, I don't want my trees upside down. If you look at my sample, I put the trees on upside down. I don't know what happened. I wasn't really paying attention to which way the box will flip. So this one, see, I'm telling you all my mistakes, is upside down and my score line is wrong, but we've got this covered. Okay, so this is really simple. We're going to put the snowflake on. Now, when you're using vellum, you can see the glue in there. And so it won't matter though, because I'm going to have it covered with my little tag. So that will not make a difference. So we're just going to pop that on here. Trying not to get any more glue on me. I'm already very gluey. So I was going to look up what the die or tag name is. Oh, I have it right here. And I can't remember. I think it's like tailor-made, but I didn't bring my book over. If anybody remembers the name of these tags, there's a whole set of different sizes. Hello, Jennifer. There's a whole bunch of different sizes, and I forgot to write that one down. I wrote all the other ones down, but I forgot to write that one down. So I'm going to show you a little tip on how to stamp this. I'm using the Misty Moonlight ink, and that is the same color as this DSP here. So Misty Moonlight ink. But our stamp, our Hanukkah stamp, which is in front of me somewhere here. It is a long stamp. If you can see it through here, let me see what you can see. See how it's like one long word, or two words, obviously, one long stamp. So what I did to make it fit on my tag was very simply, I went like this with my ink pad and tried very hard not to get, can you guys see that? Just to get the happy. And then I'm going to bring it down here and hopefully, yes, that's in the camera. So I'm going to put right about in the middle, happy. And I'm going to hope this is straight. Oh, not bad. And let me wipe that off because I don't want that to get on the rest of my tag. So I have happy, and then I'm going to do the Hanukkah. Oh my gosh. Such a mess. Stick my finger in the ink. Okay, so now I need to just flip it around and get the Hanukkah only. See? Can you guys see that? I'm sorry, I'm tipping it so that I can see it, but I think you can see. Look at that. So now I will be able to stamp that right underneath and hopefully get it straight. Yay! Straight enough. Sorry, it's not perfect, but you guys get the idea. So you can use your stamps in so many different ways. And sometimes we don't realize that's all you have to do. You can also use a marker and just do part of it at a time. Tailor-made tags. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, thank you. Yes, that is what it's called. Tailor-made tags. You guys, these come in all different sizes. So it's a really, really cool set. All right. With this, I did go back and use the snowflake wishes. Well, that's what we're using on here now. But the little stamp. So I've already stamped it and I cut it out. It's the little one. And it's super cute. I have some string here that is from Flowers for Every Season. It was a group of 3 different types of 2 ribbons and this twine. So it's very pretty. It's the misty and like a silver. So it was perfect for this card and for my little tag. So I simply am just going to put this through, pull it around, and my fingers aren't going to fumble. There we go. And then just pull that. You could tie a pretty bow if you want. Whatever works. I was just doing a cute little piece there. Okay, now all I need to do is put a dimensional across the front and 2 dimensionals. 3, maybe 4. Just a couple. And that will go right across my beautiful snowflake. And I am going to just use 3. Why not? I have this sheet of them next to me, and I love using dimensionals. And so all I have to do is just pop this up here. Look at that, I got ink on there. Ugh. That makes me mad. I must have more ink on my fingers. But we're going to ignore that for this moment. So again, we're going to use our tape. I know I'm going over this over, but you can see at the beginning of the video all of the measurements. And then that way you guys can make some. I'm very excited about these. So easy to do. And, you know, the more you make, like I said, the easier it becomes because you get all those measurements down. Not that I did, but I don't have enough room in my little brain today to make it all stay in there and or this week. So I don't remember all the measurements, but I remember some of them. That's helpful. I'm going to put a little more tape there because I wanted to make sure I get it up in the top. I hope you guys are all having an awesome day. By the way, this is celebration time still, and the time is ticking. The clock is ticking. So if you want any celebration items, you have until the very last day of September. And to get, you spend $50 before tax and shipping, and then you'll get a free celebration item that you can choose from our celebration booklet. And that's from Stampin' Up. That's a really nice time that they do for us, where they give us all a sale for everybody, not just demonstrators, but for you guys too. Everybody loves a sale and something free. And right now I am super close, almost to the end of the Stampin' Up year, which is the 30th of September. And I'm super close to earning our next trip. So if you want to order from me, I do have a host code, and I am giving right now through next week, I am giving a 25% off your order. So you can go online and order it, and then I will send you back the difference. So it's a huge savings for you, but I am very hopeful that I'm so close that I may earn this trip. Okay, so the last thing I want to do is add one more dimensional, but I need it to be a tiny one because I don't want it to peek out through the snowflake. So let me put this down. And again, this was just my little closure. You can put it in the middle. You can put it off to the side a little bit. Isn't that cute? Oh, so adorable. So with this one, I had a couple other candy color choices. Oh, I must have already grabbed my chocolate ones. Chocolate. Oh, I'm not going to eat them. I want to put them in here. So I have some dark chocolate we're going to put in here. And this will finish off our Hanukkah box. But it has to have chocolate in there in order for it to be done. Yay! What do you think? Our little Hanukkah boxes, aren't they cute? Okay, let's move on to the last one, which is our little adorable snowman. Oh my gosh. This snowman we've had for a couple of years. I know that this is the second year it's come into the catalog. And you guys, he just makes me smile. He's so cute. So this is called Snowman Season. And you need 3 hours a day. I can't read what that says, Kathleen. I'll have to look at that after. This is a Snowman Season. And with this, you can also purchase the punch, which is like this, our little punch. So, so cute. So I have, where are my pieces here? I have it buried under all the chocolate. Don't tell anyone, especially my son. Don't tell him I have chocolate in here or he will come running in here. He's staying with us. His electricity's out. So my youngest Anthony and his girlfriend Sam are here for a couple days. But I know if I mention I have chocolate in here, he'll probably come running in. And hopefully he can't hear me in the other room. Shh, don't tell him. Okay, so let me show you how I made this one. This card, box, is our Mossy Meadow. And it is the base. And I did put on here the little tab to the top because I sat here and had it all cut out earlier for you, but I realized, remember I told you at the top, well, when you're cutting, this is actually the base of the box, but when you're cutting, you want to make sure that this larger square or piece is to the top. And so I wanted to make sure that I didn't mess that up. So I put my little Post-it note on there so I remembered not to cut it wrong, because I did that once. I didn't want to do that again. How embarrassing. Okay, so let's put this right about there. Oops. Move it over just a little bit. Perfect. So I'm going to zip this all the way up to that 2.5 inch mark. Ooh, good. And then I'm going to line this one right up there in that little cutting well. And I'll start it at my 2.5 inch line. And that'll be easier to bring it down. Okay? And again, you can turn it and cut it or just use your scissors to save time. And we are normally a time saver. Okay, guys, this is my last cute little box. I hope you love it. Give me some good comments here. Tell me what you think. I know it's so nice having these fun little projects like this. This is something you could even take with you if you were going on a car trip and you need to finish them. You could just have them all scored and then cut and get them all put together. Okay, so I'm going to go like this on all my score lines, and then this will be the front. So let's work with that being flat. So I have a piece of navy blue and some designer series paper that is called, I have a book here. It's a celebration paper. And you guys might be faster than me, but I have my little book. It's a free one called Peaceful Prints. And I will tell you that this paper is beautiful. And the thing I love about it is there's not like a ton of like bulky patterns on it. So you can use something like this on these boxes. You could make a ton of boxes just with that pack paper. And it's one of the free packs of paper that will come with the celebration item. As a celebration item, I should say. So purchase $50 before tax and shipping, and that pack of paper is free until the end of September. So we have our designer paper that is cut at 2 1/4 by 1 3/4. And then the blue again. These are all the same measurements on every single box. The blue is 2 3/8 by 1 7/8. This is going to simply get glued. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't glue it. So this one I did differently. I added the ribbon. Here's a longer piece of this, and look at how pretty it is on the back side. Like I said, you can dress these boxes up really nicely and make a ton of them with that pack of paper alone. All right, so on here, what I want to do is I'm using our basic white. It's not called basic white. I didn't write it down, but it's super cute. It's in our mini book, and it is called White Organdy Ribbon. White glittered organdy ribbon. It's on page 37 in here. You can also find this in the very back. There's a little index back there. Oh, it comes with the Peaceful Place, but it's right here in the catalog. Beautiful. Love the glitter. So all I did was tie it on first because you can glue it down and then tie it around, but I really thought it would look cute if I did it all ahead of time. So I just pulled it out. I didn't measure it, but you can measure. And I will tell you that I usually cut my ribbon and/or for my classes, I always give you guys a longer piece because I hate struggling with trying to tie a knot or a bow. So it's like, give them a bigger piece. Let's not sit here and spend an hour trying to fuss with it. No fuss ribbon. So I'm going to tie a knot. It is a square knot. Therefore, it's going to lay flat that way. Pretty. And it is glittery. You will get a little glitter out of it. but not much. Let me go ahead and just trim this down like that. Oh my God, I really chopped that one badly. There, much better. And then I'll cut this back also. I want it to go the same way. Bingo. There we go. So this now is going to get popped up because I thought, oh, let's add a little more dimension to it. So I did just one on each corner over the ribbon. And usually when I'm gluing things down, I find to not put my dimensionals on the ribbon unless you're trying to like hold it down. So then you might want to put it there if you don't want the ribbon sliding for any reason. But normally I don't. Oops, that one's already off. Normally I don't really fuss with that. So this is going to go right. Oh, I better stand up. Right here. And I need it to go in those score lines. It's pretty tight, but it'll work. Oops. Let's see. Okay, I did it. Hello, Juanita. Okay, here we go. Lastly, I'm going to stamp my little snowman. And this is him, not the words. I had that in front of me. And when you're using the punch, a lot of times when I'm using my punch, I look to see the layout of the punch. So in other words, some of you maybe haven't used our punches, but you simply unlock it. But when you want to stamp it first, but I want to see which direction. So if I stamp my snowman way up here, it's not going to work when I put it in. So I'm going to stamp his belly, or I guess his bottom, the bottom of the snowman towards the bottom of the paper, because then it's going to match up with my punch. I am using Night of Navy because I also wanted to use that on my words. But I just thought it all looked so pretty together. Before I punch him out, I also want to color in his little nose. Just with a little pumpkin pie. A little splash of the pumpkin color in there. Okay, let's move this over so I don't mess that up. So now it'll fit in there perfectly because I punched him down at the bottom. Or I stamped him down towards the bottom. So now we're just going to match that up and voila, make some confetti. I do like to make a mess. All right, now he's ready. And the last thing is the words. So I'm using Be Merry out of our banner year set one more time. So it's right here. I could have done Christmas Wishes. It was a little bit longer and I wanted it to be a little smaller. So I went with Be Merry. But this banner year stamp set is awesome. You have so many choices on there. And for many, like all of the fall holidays. So sweet. All right, let's stamp this on here. And I want to leave a little edge on both sides. Next to the B and next to the Y so that I can cut the banner to look more like that. Okay, I shall move this out of the way or I'll be wearing it. Probably be on my elbow. All right, I'll let this dry for a minute and let's put the box together. So last one, and you guys will be pros at doing this. And of course you can always watch it again. You can always see the replay on my lives. And I do upload them. I try to get them uploaded to YouTube and then back. Once it hits YouTube, it'll go right back at my candystampers.com. All you have to do is go in the gallery and look at the videos. And then you can see past lives as well. Oops, that's coming off. Put that back on. So last little time to show you this little hint of using your pick a tool to get the paper off. And then we'll fold this little guy back up. Put our little box together here. Add a little chocolate. We all like chocolate. All right, now let's get that tucked in there. Put this right about there. And then the side right about there. Perfect. Okay, one more time. The bone folder is a perfect little helper. Get that in there. Now we'll bring this around, and how cute is that? Even just like that, I like it. So I want to add my little snowman on here. I did find, because of the words, I had to bring him down just a little bit over the edge. So let's put our words on first, just to be safe. And that should be dry by now. So I'm going to cut my side here and cut up the middle again. Sorry, I don't know why I keep thinking my camera's over there, but I know it's right here. And then we will do this side as well. Cut that a little smaller. Do my little flag ends here, banner ends. See how cute? And then just a couple dimensionals will work. This is, oh, I know what I wanted to show you. So when your dimensional pack ends, you still have your outline. You guys, you can still use these. I know a lot of times people will throw them away, but they're perfectly great to use. And I did set it aside because I wanted to show you not to throw them out. You can cut 2 or 3 of these pieces together, and this works perfectly on these. Now you have that little edge, and you're not wasting anything at all. So we are going to take this, and I know I glued that on the back, but that's all right. We want to put this right about here. See? Adorable. And then we're going to take another dimensional. I am going to put 2 on here because he has kind of a wide bottom. So I think I need 2. Wide bottom snowman. Maybe I should write a song. Okay, so here we go. All I need to do is fit him so that his head, so you can read the words, and he can hang over the edge just a smidge. And if you put the dimensionals down low enough, then it's not going to close my box. Because look, now, did I glue it together? Ta-da! Now that's how it opens. So he's our little closure part. Let's put some candy in there. Because I have this whole bag, and you guys, if I don't put them in there, I'm probably going to eat them. And I really don't want to be eating all this chocolate. Just kidding. I'm actually going to be doing some craft fairs. One is going to be at St. Joan of Arc in October. I don't have the date in front of me. And then another one will be in Hilliard in November, I believe. And St. Paul's in Westerville in November. Okay, look how cute. I'll have the dates ready for you next week. But isn't that adorable? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm going to bring them all back. And you guys are welcome to check out my website. You can see, like I said, some other lives that I've done. But, oh, I'm so happy with these. Like, let me put these back in my order that I wanted. So I'll go like this. They're all still in the camera. Hello, Debbie Blake. I just looked up and saw you're watching too. Put that like that. Let's make them all look cute. If Sarah, if you're watching, these do look cute, don't they? Oops. These go over here. And then our little Halloween, we have our little moon. What do you guys think? Give me some feedback. I love hearing from you. I love your ideas. Jen Staunch, I will be doing a live showing you guys how to use our die cut and embossing machine and how to use it correctly with the embossing folders. Watch for a message because I may hop on before next Wednesday and just do a quick video and show you guys a quick live how to do that, because it's kind of confusing, and I know some people have asked in the past, so I'm very, very happy to show you that. It can be confusing with all of the new embossing folders and whatnot. Thank you so much. Thanks, Dina. That was sweet. Thank you guys for watching, and I am so happy to be here. I will see you next Wednesday at 411 for some more Stampin' Fun. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Juanita. I appreciate all the feedback. Thanks, Debbie, Dina, everybody, Mary, and Mary, and whoever else is watching. I will see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye.